Manchmal muss man etwas tun, nur um zu zeigen, dass man es tun kann. Als die Gebrüder Wright zum ersten Mal flogen, flogen sie in einem Versuchsflugzeug und genau so soll der Mars-Helikopter zeigen, dass wir in einem motorisierten Hubschrauberflug in der Marsatmosphäre fliegen können. Vom ersten Tag an war es der unerschütterliche Traum unseres Teams, unseren Hubschrauber zum Mars zu bringen, damit wir die Möglichkeit haben, diesen allerersten Rotorkraftflugtest in der tatsächlichen Umgebung des Mars durchzuführen.
Die Atmosphäre auf dem Mars wesentlich dünner ist als die auf der Erde. Ingenuity besteht aus ganz leichten Materialien, wie zum Beispiel Kohlefaser. Deshalb wiegt der Helikopter auf der Erde auch nur 1,8 Kilogramm, obwohl er einen halben Meter groß ist. Die Rotorblätter sind dazu auch noch deutlich größer und drehen sich viel schneller, als das auf der Erde nötig wäre. Denn auf dem Mars braucht er deutlich mehr Auftriebskraft, um überhaupt abheben zu können.
As you can see, we're using the vacuum chamber once again, and I actually have a little feather right there, as you can see, suspended in front of a 12-volt electric fan. See, I got the batteries, a pressure gauge, and everything in there. To turn it on, I have a little tilt switch that says magnetically controlled. You can see when I turn the fan on, it blows the feather all over the place. This is, of course, at atmospheric pressure right now. So, I want to take this down to Martian conditions. You might have noticed the Martian reference over there. The first thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of dry ice to the chamber, just so that the atmosphere gets replaced with CO2. Many of you guys were complaining about that last time. So now I should have a CO2 atmosphere, or at least it'll create one. And now we're going to suck out all of the air, or at least most of it, down to the point where about between 4 to 6 millimeters of mercury, which is, of course, the pressure on the surface of Mars. So let's plug in the vacuum pump. There we go. Give us a little while to suck down. These pieces of CO2 look really interesting in the vacuum. The gas produced causes them to levitate and float all over the place. But if you can see the gauge over there, you can see that the air pressure is just about to the point where it's would be considered the surface of Mars. Let's see what happens. Okay, fans on. And the feather's not moving. In fact, let's zoom in on that. Not even flinching. Just turn the fan off. Okay, and let's turn it back on. So there you go. Now, extrapolating from that, you can imagine that even a 200-mile-an-hour wind on Mars isn't going to do much. So to finish up this experiment, I'm going to turn this fan back on, just like this. And now I'm going to let the air back in, and let's see what happens as we come back to Earth. Yeah, almost immediately you can see the feathers start shaking around more and more violently. Okay, so the air stopped coming into the chamber, so now everything's due to the fan. And I think it's interesting is the fan actually sounds different. It doesn't vibrate quite as much. So there you go. The air density has a big impact on what wind velocity actually does.